Welcome to Singapore, the Lion City. Take our room tour at the luxurious Fairmont Hotel. Then we go out into the city, exploring Armenian churches, Fort Canning Park with its history, sculptures and beautiful gardens, and then it's over to Raffles City Mall, a shopper's paradise. Get ready for a visual treat. Hello and welcome back to the channel. All good things have to come to an end, and for now it's the end of this cruise and the start of our exploration of Singapore. As retreat customers, we got priority disembarkation and we use that to leave the ship early, grabbing ourselves a taxi. Getting a taxi was super easy. We could either got a metered one by going to the taxi rank, which was just outside the terminal, or as we did, we paid a standard charge and used that to get into the city and to the hotel. Thoroughly enjoyed the taxi cab ride, as it gave us the opportunity to look around the city as we made our way to the hotel. That journey didn't take us a long time. It seemed like it was only about 20 minutes before we were at the hotel.
We're at the Fairmont Hotel, Singapore. We literally got off the ship and an hour later? Yeah. Taxis was really easy, not even that. We were in our hotel. So we have upgraded because it was very early in the morning. They didn't have the room that we'd ordered ready. So it was an extra 100 Hong Kong dollars.
No, Singapore
dollars. I keep saying Hong Kong, put it in the brain. Singapore dollars per night, but we thought, all right, let's splash out. But anyway, so we're doing the room tour here. So you put your card in for your lights and everything, and then over here we've got they even given you a drinks bottle if you need to use it, and kettle. There's some Pringles and nuts and wine and coffee machine and all your coffee bits in there. That's a false drawer. Then in here is a fridge. The bottom of the fridge you can put whatever you want, but the top, it's one of these that if you remove it you're going to get charged. So we won't be removing any of the top of it. And then over here, that's locked. There's some shelves and a countertop. Have I mentioned everything here? So we've got a little hall here, and then we get to the bathroom, which is rather nice because we upgraded. So this is the bathroom. Now, because we've upgraded, we've actually got a filtered drinking water tap here. So we don't have to buy any water. We just fill our water bottles that we've got up with water, which is great. There's, you can do ambience. Maybe we're on ambience or that. Oh, that's off. Hang on, that's on. Nifty. Got a nice magnifying mirror there with a light round. A couple of glasses, shaving point. As I say, filtered water and usual. Soap. This is by a make. I haven't heard of this make. Le Labo. So, and then you've got all your. Well, you've got dental kits, comb, nail care kit, shower cap, vanity kit, and more soap, tissues. And this is a body lotion, and then towels under there, and then this is a shower bath here. So we've got a very deep bath actually there, isn't it? And we've got a lovely rain shower and a handheld spray as well, which is great. And then you've got your shampoo, conditioner and shower gel all over there. I have to have a try of that. And your loo. There is a very slight inkling, which I'm going to have to watch as you come into this bathroom, so I'm going to be watching that and be very careful. There's a little bit of a slant here out of the bathroom, so you've got to be careful with that. But anyway, so yeah, so then you've got the hall cupboard here. There we go. Nice big safe. You get a great big laptop in there, loads of room. Ironing board, torch, umbrella, dressing gowns, hairdryer, slippers, laundry bag, that usual kind of stuff. This does seem to be an adjoining room, but obviously that's locked if you wanted to do 2 rooms together, but we don't. So that was the bathroom and the corridor and everything. Then we've got a really big living space here. Air conditioning and whatnot on the wall there. Thing to put your cases. Got a great big desk. You could do an interview here. Look, you see, Steve could sit there and he could interview me in this chair. Down here, we've got recycling and non-recycling. Mirror, nice chair, nice desk area to do your whatever you do. I presume there's a thing to plug in your laptop or something somewhere. Oh yeah, they're all down there. Lift the flap and there's loads of plugs there. And we have 2 balconies in this room, one there and one over there. Great big sofa to put your feet up. Big television. And then an enormous bed, which I believe is a 6 foot, which is enormous. Don't think you'll be bashing my leg in this, Steve. The plugs here in this hotel, you can do everything. It's like an English plug, and you can do American, presumably European, is it?
All-purpose.
All-purpose plugs. You can plug in anything. So it's one either side of the bed. So that's good. As I say, lovely sofa. I should be lounging on that. And we haven't looked at the telly yet, so I don't know how good that is or not. So should we do the view outside?
Yeah.
Outside. Ooh, the heat hits you. It's very high. And down below us here is Raffles, the iconic hotel of Singapore. So we've got a very good view here. And I have to say, my first impression of Singapore is very clean, very well run, and absolutely beautiful. Gosh, this is high. I don't like heights. So that's that balcony. And then we've got another balcony over here, which I haven't been out on yet. Let's have a look. Ooh, stiff. A little step over. Lovely church down there. There's a lovely, Singapore's a mixture of lots of old things and new, you know, high-rise things. It's quite amazing, really. Some tennis courts down there. They must be very sweaty playing tennis. Not for me. Beautiful, very humid here, but lovely place. So I'm just going to shut the doors up now. Ooh. Let that air conditioning work. Lock that one down and go and close the other one. So loads of room, absolutely loads of room. Should say we booked this through our travel agent. It's always worth booking through a travel agent because they get incredible deals. And we got this hotel, and I can't remember, we'll have to put a thing along the bottom of the film to say how much it was actual night, because I can't remember what our travel agent booked, what it was per night. It's not the cheapest. I think it was a 4 or 5 star.
4 star.
4 star. And we've obviously upgraded it. But it is, you know, it's just a bit of a tip there. If you can find a really good travel agent, they get all the perks and the, you know, all the freebies and all the rest of it, and they can pass it on to you, which is what we did on this trip.
So within an hour of arriving at the hotel, we'd unpacked and I had decided that I would go out and explore Singapore, as our time in the Singapore area was vastly limited and there were a number of things that I particularly wanted to do. I particularly wanted to work out where our hotel was in relationship to the Raffles City Mall, and I quickly worked out that actually you could get from the hotel straight into the mall through one of the exits on, I think it was the second floor. That would serve us in good stead for our evening meal, and I vowed that I would actually come back to the mall and explore it later.
So I'm making my way to Fort Canning Park, which has been well reviewed on YouTube, and thought I'd see what it's like. Joanne in the meantime is spending some quiet time in the hotel, relaxing, and we'll meet up again and go out for a meal later. Really nice. It's really easy getting around Singapore. I just had a really helpful guy help me to get to where I am. He basically led me out of a shopping centre, and from the shopping centre gave me directions to get to Canning Park. Really helpful. Such a nice city this is. I love the different architectures and the way that they complement each other perfectly. Really nice. So this is the Armenian Apostolic Church of St. Gregory the Illuminator, which is in splendid shape, lovely, brilliant white colour. There is some superb sculptures around the garden. Number of Christ holding crosses, etc., actually in the grass, and these on the outside of the building itself. This set of sculptures is called the Stations of the Cross, and it's a set of bronze sculptures which serve to symbolise the perpetual relationship between nature and God. This is the Memorial Kahaka, I think that's how you pronounce it, erected in 2015 to mark the 100-year anniversary of the genocide of the Armenians at the hands of the Russians.
Well, that was an absolutely fascinating church. I never knew about the level of persecution of the Armenians. It was interesting to find out a little bit more. Anyway, better get back on and go to Fort Canning. So outside the fire station were a couple of sculptures representing firemen from the past and those from the present. And as luck would have it, siren goes off just to show that it's a working fire station. It wasn't far to walk to Fort Canning, and I got there in really good time.
That looks like fun. I think I'll have a try on that. It's the Fort Canning Lighthouse, which was constructed in 1903 and was active up until 1958. Proposed as the development of more and more taller buildings meant that the light could no longer be seen from the sea, rendering it fairly ineffective. I must say the smell around here is absolutely exquisite. This is one of a pair of 9-pound cannons, only ever used at this location for decorative reasons, and they were obsolete before Fort Canning was actually built. They fired as you probably guessed, a 9-pound cannonball. This is the earpod tree. A tree was uprooted in 2014 in the storms, but it continues to grow despite the odds, coming up with some fantastic structural forms. This is a heritage tree known as a rain tree, and it was introduced in 1876 into Singapore. And it's called the rain tree because it tends to close up when it's about to rain. Big site was first excavated in 1987.
One of the most important ones was Chinese paintings, one of its kind in the world.
Also gold beads 2 millimeters in diameter were found at the site, which are believed to date from Chinese times. Since that time they were found through soil sieving, and soil sieving has now become the new norm for excavations around Fort Canning because of it. It's believed to have once been the site of a royal palace, going back many, many centuries ago.
Imagine that we are actually standing on an ancient site right at home. I think it's very, very exciting.
Here is a Christian burial ground. Over 600 bodies were buried here, mainly of Chinese Christians. And we all know how we like a wedding. These domed structures are called cupolas.
So the backdrop that everybody is using for their wedding pictures is the Fort Canning Centre, which lies on top of Fort Canning Hill, and it was originally constructed as a British Army barracks in 1926, and it reflects the colonial origins in its architecture. Its pitched roof with its overhanging eaves is a feature that was very prevalent at the time in British military buildings, and it was designed to protect residents from the heat of the tropical weather. Through this arch is the ASEAN Sculpture Garden, created in 1981.
This is the Fredesbinder sculpture, which was unveiled in 1982.
This is a really quiet area, with the sculptures being donated from the countries of the Association of Southeast Nations.
The sculpture is called Unity and was also unveiled in 1982. This sculpture is Augury, which was unveiled in 1988. Another vintage 1982, and this one was called Concentration. We're now at the boundaries of the first Botanic Garden. That sculptures the Eye of the Red Dot, and it's in front of the National Museum of Singapore. The Eye of the Red Dot was unveiled in 2015, and over here we have Pedras Pedras. Pedras Pedras was unveiled in 2006.
So for some reason this really appealed to me. It's a lamppost on which people have stuck their admission tickets to go into the National Museum.
Situated at one end of Canning Park is the National Museum of Singapore. This is another heritage tree. It's called a tarap. I love those root systems. They're so architectural, they really do make a statement. And this is a cocoa tree, which one of several cash crops that Raffles brought to Singapore in order to sustain the economy. This absolutely fantastic building is actually a school of law and a national law library. And this is Raffles Spice Garden. It was originally located up near the top of Canning Hill, but was later redistributed down here, and then eventually became the start of the first Botanic Garden. The smell here is divine. This is a reproduction of what would have been at this time. This very architectural building is the Registry of Marriages.
I guess that explains the number of brides and grooms posing for pictures in the park. Anyway, it's time now to move on and see what's round the corner. And I thought this child museum was super cool. Its colourful windows making a real statement piece. Really attracted kids to come in. As I was making my way back towards the mall, this wall took my attention. With its decorative dragons, it really made a statement. The building was about 10 stories high, and I love the way that the gate framed the entrance to go in. It seemed to be a combination of both some modern style elements, but also a great deal of classical Chinese style with its red pillars and double-tiered pagoda top. The building is owned by the Singapore Chinese Chamber of Commerce, which has been very active in Singapore, as you would sort of expect, in promoting Chinese interest. It's been around since about 1906, and this is its second headquarters on this particular site. Overall, it felt like a great space, very tranquil, with the bamboo in the garden and the bonsai style trees that sat to either side. Say, to complete the look, nothing looks better than a pair of ornate Chinese gates. So we've now returned back to the Raffles City Mall, and my task is to look around and see what's suitable for somewhere to eat. Spread over 5 floors, it offers a number of different types of speciality shops, from electrical, food and restaurants, luxury brands, fashion and sportswear clothing. My task was to find somewhere to eat for the night, and I first checked out the fast food area downstairs, which had some very reasonable priced menus, and we will certainly try that at some point on our trip. And then I went up to one of the top floors where I found the Putien restaurant that I'd seen advertised on the plate. And one of the Putien restaurants is supposedly a single star Michelin restaurant, and I thought maybe we'll try that out today.
My wife will never believe this.
This is a robotic server. Unfortunately, it seems to be having a slight malfunction when it was being demonstrated to me, and it didn't do a lot. Whilst I was actually in the mall, it actually tipped down with rain, but fortunately it's attached to the Fairmont, so I was able to get back unscathed. Anyway, later that night we went back to the Putien restaurant to try it out for ourselves.
Putien.
Putien. I think we're going to go for the starter platter, a classic savour for well-loved signature starters at once. Sweet and sour pork with lychee, a deep fried chicken with garlic, the mixed seafood flavour. Oh, so this is the 4 mixed starter.
What's this?
That looks like seaweed.
Oh, okay. What's this?
I have no idea.
Jelly something or other. Okay.
And what's that?
I don't know.
What's it taste like?
Pork?
Nice.
No.
So this one I think is a seaweed.
Is it?
It's a seaweed.
Nice.
I prefer my seaweed crispy.
You can try the pork one. Is the chilli sauce nice?
I'll try this one now.
Tell me what it is.
I think this is bamboo shoots.
Oh, okay.
And the next up was pork with lychee.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Joanne is cheating with a fork. And what do you think of pork and the lye sheets?
Very nice.
So this is the seafood noodles.
Oh, okay. What could go wrong? Do we order anything else?
I'm improvising.
You got some on that side. You should have used the fork.
There we are.
No, you're still not clear.
There we are. It's very nice actually, very delicate.
Yeah. Didn't think he was going to say anything there.
I haven't tried the meat part yet. But
Okay.
the final dish is half a chicken, crispy chicken.
Join us in the next vlog to find out what the food's like at the Fairmont. We will show breakfast and an evening meal.